Why? Hello, my name is Brenda Baptiste. I am the chair of Indigenous Tourism British Columbia here in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. I am a member of the Osuyas Indian Band as part of the Okanagan Nation, which is part of 203 nations within this province. As the chair of Indigenous Tourism BC, our role is to look at building economies in First Nations communities throughout this province, but also revitalize culture and language and the arts within our communities, right from working with youth and working with elders, and then sharing those experiences with our visitors. And we're so lucky in this province because you've got a vast number of places that you can go and visit different experiences. Of course, one of my personal favorite experiences is the Inkameep Desert Cultural Center here at Spirit Ridge within the Osuyas Indian Band, because this is my home, this is where I grew up, and this is my culture and my people, and we love to be able to share it with our visitors. But one of the most special, unique places is Umista Cultural Village within Alert Bay in British Columbia. It's right by the ocean. They've got an incredible cultural center where they repatriated a lot of the ceremonial masks, the artifacts from the government at a time when they were taken away when potlatches were illegal. And this has allowed the people to connect back with their ancestors, and they share these stories with their visitors and the meanings behind these incredible artifacts and how that fit within their culture and their language. You really have to visit. It's a life-changing experience. One of the most outstanding things about British Columbia is that out of all of the provinces within Canada, we have 1/3 of the First Nations that live within our province. So you've got 203 nations that live here. The cultures are so diverse. Within the South, where I come from, we are a desert people. And then you've got the Haida Gwaii, which are the coastal people. And then you've got the Great North. So you've got such a diversity of experiences and 30 different languages as well, which is absolutely amazing. And so with the 6 beautiful regions that we offer, all of them offer authentic Indigenous experiences, and all of them have incredible communities that want to share. Our role as Indigenous people is to host, and we love to host, we love to feast, we love to gather with people, and we really would love to have people come to visit us so that we can share, because in the sharing becomes the learning on both ways. COVID has certainly provided a different lens on how we look at the world and how we interact in the world. And for Indigenous people within this province, when it comes to whether it's tourism or everyday life, we realized that one, COVID was a time of healing. It was a time of looking after our people, our elders, our lands, and really looking at our cultural heritage assets and how do we actually move those forward. And how do we combat this over tourism in the future? I think part of that is really looking at what are we offering our hosts, our visitors. This COVID has taught us to actually work with our visitors to be good travelers and to be open to protocols. We've always had protocols as Indigenous people around stewardship and around cultural values and honor. And so what we're able to do is we're able to combine those cultural values with the protocols around COVID. And I suspect that's going to continue on in the future. And with that really sharp message of stewardship. If this is something that you want to enjoy in the future, then we all have the responsibility to take care of it. I think one of the other things that COVID has taught us is to really respect and honor our off time, that time with our families and that time experiencing different cultures and having that authenticity in every day of our lives. But especially as we're going out traveling is incredibly important. And that for us, it's really important that it be Indigenous led, that these are Indigenous people that are welcoming you to their home and to their lands, and that it focused on sustainable development. And again, that stewardship, not only of the lands, but of the people is incredibly important. Making sure that we're marketing in ways that is driven for the market and for the consumer, but also has that responsibility back to our visitors to be those stewards, to be our witnesses that the experiences that they have are transformative. I think that cultural experiences are transformative, and I think it changes your perspective on the way that you view the world. And I think we have the opportunity to look at that and message that to our visitors. The interesting thing about Indigenous people is that we are a four-season people. A lot of our roles is we survived all four seasons. And so when we look at tourism, we look at those experiences and we look at the world around us, having those authentic Indigenous experiences, whether it's winter or whether it's summer or the shoulder seasons, and our different ceremonies, our different celebrations that we have, we're able to expand into that, not just into the peak seasons. So I think that part of this is us communicating to the world that there are opportunities, whether it's in snow or whether it's in the beautiful sunshine in the Okanagan Valley. And also educating our consumers, educating our visitors that we do have powwows and we do have events that you're open to see the culture, the weaving, the art, the dancing, hear the singing, hear the language, and you can do that any time of the year. I think COVID again made us realize that summer holidays are just not summer. We just don't need the summer for the holidays. We can actually live and learn and experience year round.